Hi, on this video I just want to recap the 5 most important principles for Pilates during the practice. So number 1 is the thoracic breathing. So instead of having your belly soft and breathing all the way to belly, you're constantly having the little activation of pelvic floor, of the transversus abdomen over here, so that you're breathing to your rib cage. So that's rule number 1. We maintain this throughout the whole practice instead of changing and switching in between breathing to belly and rib cage. No, during the exercise, this is the breathing technique we try to maintain all the time during the practice. Speaking of maintaining that all the time throughout the practice, number 2 is constant breathing. During Pilates, we don't hold the breath in or out. We let the air flow so that we can fill ourselves with oxygen and remove the carbon dioxide of the body. So constant breath is really important. Rule number 3. This can be especially confusing if you come from the world of yoga, as we're always gonna exhale during the exertion or effort. For example, in yoga, you might have gotten used to cat-cow in a way where we inhale, arch, exhale, round. Whereas in Pilates, it works the other way around. So inhale to prepare, exhale, arch your spine. And inhale, round your spine. You can try this a couple of times just to see how it feels. And in general, in all the movements of Pilates, we're gonna exhale while performing the exercise. Number 4 is related to this. We take inhale to prepare. So now in cat-cow, you're kind of moving with the inhale and exhale. But if you ever get confused, it's important just to pause, come back to your breath, take inhale to prepare. For example, it's much better if you're over here learning to activate the core correctly. First you inhale to prepare. Once everything's ready as it should be, you're exhaling to lift. Inhale to prepare, exhale lower down. Inhale, prepare. So now you're ready to activate the core with the exhale. Keep on, maintain the activation and exhale down. So especially at the beginning, that's easier. Once we get more advanced, we can do the more difficult and challenging part of the exercise with the exhalation, whereas the easier part that doesn't require so big control, we can do with the inhalation. So rule number 5 is all about experimenting. So if you ever get confused, should I now do inhale or exhale, or you're losing the control over here, rather pause for a moment, come back to your breath, find again your neutral position, find back to your thoracic breathing, and then continue the exercise instead of rushing and trying to keep on moving. Rather always remember neutral position and thoracic breathing. So you can always experiment with this. And also, because Pilates, maybe especially at the beginning, when you learn the correct way of doing movements, if you've your lifetime done it a little bit differently, it might be really challenging and you might actually just need to rest more, and that's perfectly fine. You take more rest in between so you can get back to the correct technique of doing things. Always focusing on the quality instead of quantity, and that way you'll learn the correct way of doing Pilates. So allowing yourself to experiment and rest in between while maintaining the thoracic breathing, constantly breathing instead of holding the breath in or out, exhaling through during the exertion and inhaling to prepare. Those are the principles. See you in the next video. Bye bye.